Welcome back to the Earth Science Classroom. Here we're looking at a flowchart, a concept map, basically a schematic of how I break down, how I go about teaching and organizing my lessons for sedimentary rocks, how I'm going to organize the lessons and how they flow so they build upon each other, each lesson, and the foundation is there to then go on to more detailed information, content, case studies, real life examples, and so on and so forth. So what we have here is at this top left, we have uplift. Uplift is where we have the the area of rock that is going to be weathered and eroded, has to be moved up to the surface. Now, most of the rocks are formed deeper in the ground, whether it's igneous, definitely metamorphic, or occasionally sedimentary. Sedimentary still has to be formed deep underground based on pressure and heat relationships. So the uplift is very important. The uplift can come from tectonics, it can come from rifting and faulting, but the rock has to be moved up to the surface. Now, why? Then we can look at the weathering content. We can look at the erosional agents that work on moving that transported sediment that's been weathered. And then we look at the sedimentology part of it. So how the rock is actually formed. Now, this is called lithification, which is right here, number 2. And there are stages to this process of making a new sedimentary rock from a source rock. And then once I've kind of discussed that and looked at different examples, then I can move on to different areas of the course. For example, listed here 1 through 5, I can look at stratigraphy and the layering of these rocks, and that would lead into nicely looking at fossils and the geologic laws. For example, like Steno and Hutton looked at and discuss the different laws governing how the layers are formed, the depositional environment. So we understand how these rocks are formed, and then we can explain the environment in which they are found and explore previous climates and previous environments. And if it was a ocean area or an arid area, those kind of types. We can look at unconformities, and we can look at the relative and absolute dating of the rock layers or strata. And we can also look at modern day application, which is the acquisition and discovery of fossil fuels, natural gas, oil, fracking practices, and more environmental aspects of this kind of rock type, where really we use it for our monetary gain, basically. So this is our schematic, and this will do this for every unit. See how I build the lessons and units, and from this I can build in where I can put in the case studies, the examples, the videos, the worksheets, the web quests, and help to build the assessment at the end of the unit. Please, if you like these videos, subscribe or like or give me a comment, and that'd be great.